Hey, Lizette, how's it going?
Good, Laura. How are you?
I am doing
How's
well.
your week been so
Oh,
far?
my goodness gracious. It has been a very busy week. We had Easter this past weekend.
Mhm.
The kids were off on Friday and Monday. And so I'm kind of off balance. And I had uh, I guess I can say what I did. I had been studying for not a new career, but for a new adventure
Nice.
to get my real estate license. And I took my test yesterday and I passed it.
Yay,
So
congratulations. I'm ready to celebrate.
I know we have
We need
to
to go
definitely
for a
celebrate.
celebration.
So I'm kind of off balance because all I did is just been study, 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 study.
I know. And actually, I'm my week has been crazy because one, we usually have our patterns of the things we do,
Yeah.
right? And I first of all, I don't even know where my planner is. I don't I'm so lost this week, but I went to the zoo on our day off. I go and walk around and I say hi to all my friends, my
Yeah.
four-legged friends that are there.
Did you see the
And
gorilla?
yes, they're so I just it's fun to watch them. They're so weird and not weird. They're
Yeah.
just um what's so funny is the three males that are together, the silverbacks.
Yeah.
I it's just so their behaviors are so much slow. I feel like I'm watching my nephews. But anyhow, so we did that. I also I found a new esthetician. I got a facial this week, so that was really relaxing.
Oh, cool.
Just in time to do my taxes.
Uh,
I know. So it's been a roller coaster,
It has been, and
but I'm
hopefully now that, we can once you find your planner, then we
I
can
know I have to find it.
I know what we're doing after this episode.
So I'm happy to get back to our podcast because it kind of
Yes.
keeps us with our schedule and grounded during the week. So
Oh, yes,
I
and
wanted to start the by thanking our listeners. We've had quite a few additional listeners come on
mhm.
board and welcome. I hope you go listen to some of our back episodes and find some humor and a little bit of takeaways. And if we can do anything to help anybody's life just be a little bit lighter, that's what we're here for.
Oh, if you need a good laugh, we are your gals
Yes,
to
I agree. Either I'll have a good joke or I'll do something crazy that we can talk about.
Oh, I've done a lot of crazy things
Yeah.
during this
We're
time.
very adventurous during retirement. I didn't even know. So welcome to Seasons, the podcast where we explore different chapters of our life and all the beauty they hold.
We are your hosts, Laura and Lizette, and today we are going to be talking about a topic that I can say we may have a little bit of experience in, which is procrastination.
I'm an expert procrastinator.
And so, how this topic came about is, and I said this in a earlier episode that my husband retired a few months before I did, and he had started his list of things to do. And one of his big chores was to clean out the shed that we have in the back. So he took out a whole bunch of plastic containers that I had stuff that I had just stored away. I had some stuff that belonged to my mom, and I had stuff that just belonged, me growing up. And he set everything down on the back patio. Okay, it's been over 6 months and I still have those containers sitting on the back patio, and it just kinda prompted me. I told Lizette the other day, um, "That's a great episode because what? We've been retired already, at least me, I've already been retired for almost 4 months,
If I'm me five.
and, I have not touched them." And, so that kinda prompted of, "Okay, why have I not done anything with them? What is taking me away from it? Why am I not doing it?" And I
Yes.
did there was one that was clear, I could see through it. It had a whole bunch of stuffed animals, and I just flat out told him, "Okay, yeah, that can go. What am I gonna do with them? I'm not taking them to the grave with me. Just
Yeah.
just"
You remind me of my mom would always tell me, I'm going to die one day. I'm like, drink water, take your vitamins. What are you? But
But
yes.
there was a container that I did open that had a whole bunch of stuff that belonged to my mother, and it was stuff that she had on her dresser. My mom had one of those dresser drawers that she had the little. little, she had the statue of Jesus.
Like a
She had
little,
all of her
like a little altar
her
type
little
of,
call, you
like
know,
a little
yes, all her little
praying
religious stuff. And
station.
it's like
Yes.
I can't get rid of that or figure out what to do with it at
Right,
this
right.
time. It's like I just couldn't, like, at that moment I'm like, I can't deal with this one right now. I can't, you know,
Yeah,
I
you gotta
can't say
prep. You gotta prep yourself
throw
ready.
that away. It's like, no, I need all the prayers I can get right now. It was not the time. And
Yeah,
I knew I was still in my study mode, and I knew I had to concentrate on that. So I said that I can't touch this one right now.
yeah.
The stuffed animals, that can go. So that's one thing
That's one.
that I
See,
was,
that's progress. That's progress.
so we started discussing.
Mine is the garage. I'm in that same. I did this morning do one little corner,
Yeah.
but that's not at all. I need to dig into the garage. But I do have my boxes for my late husband, and so those are going to be my emotional triggers. And so that's, listeners, that's where Laura and I were talking about, like, wow, we're really good at procrastinating. And so Laura said this should be a podcast topic, and I was like, what? To teach them how to procrastinate? Sure. Let's go. Let's go do something. Let's go to the craft store.
Let's just take our mind off of it. But we, you know, in discussing this, it's like, well, we
Yeah.
in our past, you know, life, I guess you
Yeah.
could say, in our
So
past season of life, you know, when we were working, did we procrastinate when we were working? Lizette didn't. She was perfection. She had it down to a
well,
T. She checked all the marks after she did a project or whatever, everything. But there are people, and I could probably say, well, me being one of them, that it seems so easy that you can start a project and think, okay, I'm going to get this done like before my deadline is going to happen. It doesn't work that way sometimes, because sometimes you're not in the right mindset to, like, I'm not ready to, let me think about this a little bit further. Or maybe I need to discuss it with somebody. Maybe I'm working on this project with somebody else and maybe they have some ideas of how to do it.
yeah.
And sometimes people work, they have that, they work better under pressure.
I I think I think I worked with a lot of those people. So in my past, not that I was just spot on with all my work. I by far, no way. But
I'm sorry,
I
I'm sorry, I have you on a pedestal.
no, no, I okay, okay, I'll go. Tell me I'm pretty and feed me tacos. So no, but I what I did was very leaned very much towards a process. So I could every project that we started, we knew what the end product was, what it needed to look like. So um every time I would put milestones, flow chart it, put dates with it, I knew exactly what had to happen by every milestone. And so as long as we can manage the milestones, and remembering that the last 20% of a project takes 80% of the effort, that usually nobody came in with busted teeth and skinned knees. But I mean, there was times where I just shoved people across the finish line too. But which is funny because one of our listeners was a past person that I worked with, and he mentioned that we sound so zen. It didn't sound anything like me trying to get the projects out the door. I said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'll buy you drinks and a meal next time you're in town." My bad. But I had, $1 billion of construction projects to push out in 1 year,
Yeah,
every year. So it had to look like a duck, quack like a duck, walk like a duck.
yeah.
And, but that's why I'm really enjoying retirement. We get to, I don't know, have all sorts of different things happening, which I might be falling to a victim a little bit in cleaning and closing out one idea and opening another. And that's where my procrastination, I thought, oh my gosh. So work, we'll wrap up work procrastination, and maybe I wasn't a procrastinator at work, but don't worry. I am a marvelous home procrastinator. So
And I
that is a
think
whole
that's what we
different
are,
story.
because we were at work all the time. So at home, we were at work more than we were at home.
Yeah.
And now it's the other way around, where we are at home more than, well, we don't have a work.
Yeah. Well, we work at being awesome.
We do work at being awesome. And it's like, well, hold it. Where do I start? I may have to go back and listen to that declutter the closets
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
and
Yeah.
may have to listen to our back episodes.
I really have. You know what I've taken away from some of our past episodes with my home procrastination is I'm probably not getting to it because I feel overwhelmed in the, um, for instance, this weekend I cleaned out everything in my craft room.
Hmm.
And for a minute, I sat there and I was like, don't cry, don't cry. But it was so overwhelming because there's just so many things in there. And I thought, you know what? There's projects here that I can do, but I'm not going to do because they just don't, out of 1 to 10, they didn't meet the over 6
Yeah.
mark of interest me anymore. So I just bagged everything up, took some stuff to Goodwill. Somebody else can enjoy
Hmm.
those crafts. And I'm going to keep the ones I want. Now my craft room is nice, roomy. We hung out there yesterday making
Yeah.
our fiesta flowers and with our friend Emily. And I thought this is what this room is supposed to be. It's just a place to come and I don't know, come over and play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I know. Lizette called me yesterday and said, "Do you want to come over and play?" And my husband's all like, "What in the world is she talking about?" I said, "Crafting, crafting."
Yeah. It reminds me of that reel that I think you sent me with the lady going up to the house and like, can so and so come out to play? And she has a bottle of wine.
Wine.
Yeah, that's the new.
So continuing with the home.
Okay.
So, I have my work cut out with the patio, and it's something that I have to do because my son is getting ready to graduate high school next month, and I know we're going to be having a party for him next month. And so that's like my focus. Now that I've completed, I passed my test, I can move on to the next thing, and so this is like what I have to do next. I have to focus. I mean, I
So
have band stuff too that needs to be worked on, but
well, you have to teach me how to do the treasure stuff. So,
yes, I do.
um, so when Laura was prepping for this podcast, she was researching some procrastination reasons why and everything. And one of the things she came across was task adversiveness.
Yes.
And Laura, can you give us the definition of that?
That's procrastinating because the task feels boring, difficult, or unpleasant.
That's me. We were talking. I was like, why do I procrastinate? And, listeners, I do hang out with my 6-year-old and 4-year-old great nephew quite often. And so I told her, cleaning's boring. And I was like, sorry, I might have been around the boys. I just, I
Well,
never knew that.
you've earned the opportunity to play more than work.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, this is boring. I just want to go to the roller coaster ride in the backyard. But I never knew everything I did was so boring before them. And now my life is a lot better.
Yes. It definitely
Anyhow, so,
it definitely is, but it
uh,
is really nice going home and smelling, the
oh, yeah. I like coming in and having the pine saw smell and the clean. Thank you, Haley. That's my, that's who comes and does that. Anyhow, so, but in the task adversiveness, one of the resolutions or recommendations was make a game out of it. And so
Yes. Since Lizette is a competitive person, I'm gonna have to start carrying a fanny pack with some stickers or something.
treats like like clean the bin, clean the bin. Here you go. Here's a treat. What's messed up is I'll probably enjoy that. Oh gosh. So that's
You kinda remind me of Monica from Friends, like, it's
yeah.
like, competing against yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love doing that, like having a task and then how can I do this better? That's probably me in homecoming mom season. I'm like, okay, I've got to mum down to an hour and a half. How can I get it to an hour? It's like all nerded out with like I bought electric tape cutters so that you can fit the ribbon in there. So you just say how many you want, how long you want the ribbon, and then push start. And it's like ching 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 ching.
Oh
So
my
all
god.
you have to do is just staple it. It's Like, it's so much fun just because I have gadgets. Yay, gadgets. So, but
Did you find it on QVC?
I found it on Amazon, but it was one of my Facebook groups.
Ah,
Yeah, those ladies are geniuses. I'm like, wow. So, but the main thing I had that I had circled and bubbled was avoid. I'm a master avoider, and I guess it's just uncomfortable. I don't want to go through the boxes, especially at home. I don't want to go through the garage boxes because I just, I still have all of my husband's shirts, sandals. I just didn't, I don't want to go through them just
yeah,
yet. Maybe one day I will, but I don't
yeah,
want to yet. So I just have a corner that has his stuff and his recliner, and then I'll just work around it.
yeah,
I'll just work around it.
yeah,
I've decided I don't want to go through those right now.
yeah. And you don't have to. It's probably maybe some of the things that you have in your house that you see on a daily basis, and you may see it, but don't see it.
Yes. Oh, that's a good point. My mom and I used to play that game. I used to give her a box and she would go and take stuff that looked like this doesn't go here.
Yeah,
Okay, maybe I'm going to give you a box now. You have to walk through.
yeah. And sometimes I actually like, being at home when Eric's not home and John's not home. I just have Anakin to deal with, the dog. And yes, he still smells like a skunk.
Oh, poor Anakin.
uh, and going through, the kitchen. That's like the area that collects the most things. And
Naturally, that's just where things land,
it's
right? When
just where
people come
things
in.
land, and it's like, "Oh, I gotta get this off of here. I gotta, this has gotta go, this has gotta go." And I was doing a lot of my studying there, so I have all this real estate stuff all over the table. And now it's like, "Okay, now I have to that's gonna be my task this afternoon, is to start removing that stuff and putting it in its own location."
Well, I bought 2 bins this morning because I took down all my Easter decorations. I only needed
Well,
1
you well,
bin.
you may get some more once I
Okay.
start going through all those containers that
Well, I was
I
gonna say,
do
if you
have.
want to take this bin with you, so you can put your real estate stuff, and then you can rotate the other ones out.
True,
Yeah,
true.
just to, because it's clear, so you can see what's in it.
Yeah, and
Anyhow,
that's an easy thing too. That's why
yeah,
it was so easy for me to see, okay, those stuffed animals, yeah, take it. There's no penguin in there. Go
yeah.
ahead. I love penguins.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay, so wait, you know what? I wanted to rewind back to work.
Okay.
What are some uh, and naturally, there were some things I avoided. I loved the work. The work I did, oh, I loved it. It's like problem solving and doing a puzzle every day at work. It was just like a professional Sudoku of transportation challenges. It was so much fun.
I don't know. I felt in my position, I felt like a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
I got all the crazy calls. The doctor, I needed to sign this that the doctor was in.
Oh, poor consultants. I was the crazy call. It's not funny for them. I'm sorry. Don't throw punch me. But what are some there were some tasks that I did, like performance plans and stuff that I that's where the procrastination would hit me is, oh gosh, I just didn't want to.
The annual
Yeah.
performance evaluations and so
I
forth.
mean, I like to lift everybody up, but I don't know, I didn't like that part. But what are some ways of work procrastination? What are some tips that you would offer? The working moms, working friends that are out there right now that we remember from our work era that would help them. My suggestion is whatever task it is, break it down into chunks,
Mhm.
milestones, put checkpoints, chart it out, put dates with it, and
Mhm.
maybe list out what those performance measures would be at each checkpoint
Right.
so that I'm a strong advocate. If you can manage milestones, you can manage any project. Like it won't seem like such a daunting task at the end.
Right.
But if you don't, and I worked with many people who thought, yeah, 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 and they didn't. And oh my gosh, every time we would get to a checkpoint, and I'm like, this is why I do this, so that this isn't where we are.
Right.
So, um,
And also, you have to remember that there's always that possibility that something is going to mess up
yes,
your schedule and say,
leave.
"No, this was not supposed to happen."
I always scheduled 3 months ahead because some utility was going to be on the way. Every time. every single time. So it's just, and you can't give away your contingency early because then you're going to hurt.
Yeah.
So maybe those tasks, those things really, really were successful for me. And I think that's why I was able to manage so many projects because I left those, I really stuck to what I knew worked.
Mhm.
And but that's my recommendation for any work task is just put some milestones in there. But you know what? As I say that, maybe I should bring that successful mindset into my home, right? Duh, that sounds really
Yeah.
easy. Like I need to come up with like,
I mean, you have utility issues here too.
yeah, it's called cats. Just kidding. Listeners, I have my daughter's cat here with me. Although I love Sunshine, she is a high maintenance little girl. So, but
But it's the maintenance of the house. It's
yeah,
like, did you, I know you went looking for a new dishwasher. Did you find one?
they didn't have the stainless steel I wanted. So
Mm.
I'm gonna hold out, but I'll wait.
Yeah, and it's even something like that, you can't procrastinate that. It's something that has to get done, but also making sure that you have enough you have enough funds for it and so
Yeah.
forth. So it's making a plan for that. So
You're touching on
I
our next thing.
am.
So
I
let's make sure
am.
memories, emotional triggers. Like yeah, so wrapping up the home, I have no recommendations of those emotional triggers.
Well, for Lizette, it's making a game out of it so
Yeah.
that way she can compete against herself.
We're gonna need more listeners. We need better help.
And reading up on procrastination, they say it's not a time management thing. It is emotional. It's something that just kind of triggers your memory of something. When you start sorting through items, and it's like, oh yeah, I remember when this happened, and I remember this, and like I said, like, oh God, I don't want to get rid of this prayer. What do you do with those kind of things?
Yeah.
It's like, it may be going through a huge container and downsizing it to a smaller container, and as you gradually
Right.
then have nothing, it's finding a place, or a temporary place until you can, I guess,
Time goes. I found that.
compose yourself and be able to deal with it. I know, I mean, I know Lizette's husband passed away. It's been almost 13
Almost
years.
13 years.
It's gonna be 19 years that my mom passed away, and I still, like I said, I still have some of her stuff. I don't have a lot of the big stuff anymore, but I still have some of items that I knew obviously meant something to her at some point. And so it's a matter of, do I keep those? But I'm gonna have to make the time, if that means putting in my planner, just spending so much time going through this, and I may have to make a game out of it myself,
Yeah, maybe maybe the emotional trigger items, you just need a buddy. You need
Yeah,
a buddy to
that's a good point.
distract you or
Yes.
put on a movie on your iPad and have something else going so it doesn't go, the memories just don't dive so deep,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
it
know.
may be having someone who was not like, you come over, you didn't
Yeah.
get to meet my mother, but you know of her, a lot of her,
Yeah.
but having someone on the outside
Yeah.
can kind of help to say, well, this is what I would, you know,
You know what I always when you mention your mother, I was thinking, well, she's not much she when she passed away, she wasn't much older than you are now.
right.
And y'all look so much alike.
Yeah, that's
So
scary.
much alike. And your mom, y'all, I if I didn't know your age, I would think you were 20.
Yeah.
So y'all have fabulous genes.
Exactly.
I'm like, I don't like
Yeah,
you. You know?
the outside was good. It was everything on the inside. That's a
Oh,
different
dang it.
story.
Oh,
It's a different story.
yeah.
And we'll be getting to that in the
Yeah. So
next
our
part of
next
our procrastination.
procrastination task is self.
Yeah, it's
So
ourselves.
ourselves don't like that's the number one thing I think as moms we naturally put ourselves last because somebody always needs something and we know how to do it. We have the ability to do it. So it's just natural like okay, I can do that for you. I can do that for you. And I think sometimes I'm talking about me specifically. I want to do things for my girls instead of I should tell them. Sometimes I feel like I should show them and let them do it. But then what do they need? Then they won't need me. I want to do it. So I don't know. That's
No,
another topic.
I think they will always need you.
But we can't
So,
procrastinate on our
well,
health. So if we
our health
don't,
being
that all
top
those things
priority.
of doing for our kids and for our family and life and work and coworkers, if we save a little bit of that time, we get a little bit of time back for us to put towards our health, our physical well-being, our mental well-being, and our financial well-being.
Yep.
And so I think that our health, if you don't, a lot of people don't address it till they need to.
Mm-hmm.
And
And some people don't even want to know.
yeah, that's true. That is
Some
true.
people are just say, I'd rather not hear a doctor tell me that I have something wrong with me.
Yeah, I have a family member. He's just not going to know. He's just going to let it ride out, I guess. And,
Yeah.
have to respect his choice, but we're going to spend as much time with him as possible. So, I,
But yeah, like, so my mother passed away of breast cancer at the age of 58. She was 39 years old when she was diagnosed. And when I was younger, when she was diagnosed, or as I got older, when it returned, that's when I'm like, okay, I have to start getting checked. I don't want to be in the same boat. I don't want to in my mind, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be the same age as her one day, and I don't want to have cancer. And so I did like all the preventative stuff so that way my chances of ever developing or ever getting breast cancer was very slim, extremely slim. But my gene is not from my mom, my gene is from my dad.
yeah,
So, strange story. That's a whole other story. So, both of my parents, my mom passed away, but my dad is still alive, but he has prostate cancer. And so, but he gets himself checked. He's
yeah,
living his best life. He's on the golf course all the time. And that's what inspires me to always be on top of it because I had my son I was older when I had my son, and I want to be able to see him, you know,
do his
do
thing,
his thing. I want to be
live
able
his
to see,
life, whatever
yeah,
it's going to
I
be.
want to be able to live long enough to see him grow up to be successful in the career that he wants. I hope to be alive to see him get married one day and have his own family and tell him, see, all this gray hair that I have, it's because of you. And
Yeah.
now, as my mom used to say, wait until you have your own kids. Wait until you have a
Oh,
family.
yeah,
It's
I'm on
all,
Bossa Vid.
yes, what's up,
I
Ed?
don't want to.
Then you're
And
gonna
oh,
know.
she was right. I have two girls.
Then you're gonna
Oh,
know.
and they're just like me.
My son is actually e- easy compared to me. There's a lot of things that, he's gonna be 19 years old. He'll be 19 soon, and
Oh, I doubt you were a difficult
oh my
teenager.
God,
Oh my gosh.
that's a Patreon.
Yeah.
That's an after hours with wine conversation.
We really are blessed with our band
We're
kids.
just, yes, our kid. So
They're
my son is
rambunctious for
like,
band.
so my son is simple. I mean, he's been a great kid. I wouldn't have. I mean, I've been blessed
Yeah.
with a great
When
son.
Sarah does something in band, I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Why are you acting out?
So I say, there's no crying in band.
Yeah. Just the band moms.
Just the band
Whoa.
moms.
But so when we talk about ourself and procrastination, Laura, you mentioned something that knowing the why.
Right.
Why are you doing it?
Why are you
That's
doing
the
it? And
number
my
one thing.
why is because I want to live long enough to see
Healthy.
my son do so much
And I
in his life. And I, like I said, I'm about almost 3 years younger than what my mom was before she passed away. And so when she passed away, so I'm like, I'm getting up there, but I am
girl, we're
like,
going backwards.
I
We
know.
found a new esthetician.
I know you need to hook me up. But it's just being able to, take care of myself because I want to live long enough. And like when I had, I had a bilateral mastectomy when my son was younger, and that I did it for preventative measures. So no cancer,
Mhm.
did it for preventative measures. My son asked me why was I doing that? I said, I'm doing it for you because I want to be here for you. And so I think that set in, and I have such a close relationship with
Yeah,
my
he's
son.
always so appreciative of everything you do.
Yeah, so
He's
that's my why, but yeah, you have to have the why, but it's not
Mhm.
so much health, it's also, financially as well
Financially, yeah.
too.
And we'll talk about that. I mean, we that's one of the topics that I think that we might venture on with another episode, but as a procrastination and taking care of ourselves,
Mhm.
I know finances are sticky. They're uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
It's just um that's a very uncomfortable topic for a lot of people. I maybe some families grow up talking more about it than, what my family did, but I think that as a preventative and taking care of yourself, making sure that you don't make unwise decisions. It's not, even if you're not the best at it right now, it's just like your health. As long as you start,
Mhm,
you'll see the progression.
mhm.
Um, I think that, uh, no, I think a lot of people kind of get sucked into the quick wins of financial gains,
Yeah.
and nothing's quick.
No.
Nothing, if it's easy or if it's if something's too easy, something's wrong with it.
Yeah.
I always kind of do a sniff test on different things, but we had the fortune of we're very fortunate that we have some friends that are very good and solid financial thinkers,
Yeah.
and we all just happen to gravitate towards each other, and I think that we've been really wise at it, but none of us is just crazy aggressive in any way.
Right.
We're just very meticulous. We're very savers. We're not wasteful. We take care of our stuff, and we build a budget.
Mhm.
That's the number one thing. So I think that finances, I think it's just as important as our physical health because it does cause a lot of mental stress if you're not good at it. And
Yeah.
so there's tools to become better at it. And you don't have to be the best overnight. Just
No,
taking
no.
small steps to be a little bit um, more like just a little bit better than you were the day before.
Mhm.
And I kind of think about that. If somebody was struggling in that aspect, I would tell them like, I really when I retired, I started working out. Well, I had just had my back pain for like 5 years, and when they took out my gallbladder, well, now my back pain went away. Like what? It just happened that my gallbladder had such large gallstones that it was knocking my back out of alignment for like 4 years.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I
And you
don't
didn't even have to have back surgery. You
know.
thought you were gonna need
I
back
thought I was gonna have
surgery.
to have back surgery, but I never had any symptoms of being sick. So with my gallbladder, but luckily it all worked out.
Yeah.
But when I would go to the gym, I, I would use the little 5 pound weights with our classes. And then I eventually went up to the 8 and then the 10. And now I see little muscles on my arms. I'm like,
Yeah.
woo, hello, gun show. How are you? So anyhow, it's just, and it took me months to get there.
Yeah, those are wins.
Yes. And so I feel the strength in whether I clean, whether I vacuum, whether I do something in the yard, I feel a little bit stronger. And I didn't have that strength before with my back. And I think that if kind of that same thought process needs people can take towards their finances is it'll take a few months and you just save a little here and there. And then you have a little bit of room to breathe a little bit more and a
Yeah,
little bit
it starts
more.
building.
Yes.
It starts building, and you're leaving that legacy.
And either it's health, finances, physical fitness, once you start seeing those gains, it's addictive. You want to
Mhm.
see more gains.
Yeah.
And now you see like, wow, I could have been doing this all along. And I like walking. I walk about 3 to 5 miles a day,
Mhm.
but I don't take my blood pressure medicine anymore.
That's great
The blood pressure I've been on for the past 25 years, I don't have to take anymore because I just walk 3 to 5 miles a day. Why didn't I do that earlier? I don't know.
because you were
Well,
procrastinating.
yeah, because I was working. I was so busy. I couldn't walk.
Right.
But I mean, can you really hear what I'm saying? I was
Yes.
so busy working that I couldn't take care of myself.
Yep.
And I will not let that happen again.
Yeah. So, as we said, procrastination, you have procrastination at work, you have procrastination at home, and you have procrastination within yourself.
Yes. So, no,
So, what are
find
our
out what you're avoiding.
yes,
Yeah.
that's
What are
the
you
first
really
thing. What are you
avoiding?
avoiding? What are you avoiding?
And be honest with yourself so that you know what to get help. Like Laura's as emotional bombs and triggers in your mom's
Yeah.
buckets. Mine are my emotional bombs. So we're just going to buddy system work and
Mhm.
we're going to put on like Depeche Mode or
Yes.
something fun and we're just going to book it through them.
Yeah.
Well, it'll just be like quick, keep go, keep go, keep go. Don't think about the memory, just either yes or a no.
Yes.
And then we'll get through it. We'll whittle it down, sneak it back into this shed.
The drums are in the shed, so remember
Yeah, well,
that.
okay, we'll find a place to put that. And then we'll do the same thing, um,
But those are
maybe with chip
great.
stuff. I don't know.
Those are great episodes. This has definitely been encouraging for me because I know, like I said, I know I have to do this,
Well,
and
everybody procrastinates. We just wanted to let y'all know, like, you're not
you're
alone.
not alone.
You're not
Y
alone. If you need to make a fun game out of it, we're here.
I know. You need a good laugh?
We'll get some treats.
Yes.
We'll find out what
Or I'll bring
motivates
wine.
you.
We'll definitely do that.
Okay.
So, but yeah.
Well, listeners, I hope that we have led you to a little bit of insight and reasons why you procrastinate and maybe how to get over that hump and clean or clear out whatever you need to in your life. So I hope you join us again.
Until next time, may you embrace every season of your life with joy and gratitude.
Bye. Thank you.